Speak Up English, the key to success.
Hey Jake, have you ever thought about the best advice you've ever received?
Oh, definitely. My grandpa always said, don't sweat the small stuff. It's a classic, but it really helps keep things in perspective. How about you?
That's a good one. For me, it's treat others how you want to be treated. It's simple, but so powerful.
Absolutely. It's amazing how those little pieces of advice can shape our lives. Have you ever given someone advice that made a big impact?
I think so. My friend was really stressed about choosing a career, and I told her to follow her passion. Now she's a successful graphic designer and loves her job.
That's awesome. It's so important to do what you love. Speaking of which, what's one life lesson you've learned the hard way?
I'd say learning to say no. I used to take on too much and get overwhelmed. But now, I know it's okay to set boundaries.
That's a tough one. I've struggled with that too. Sometimes, we forget that it's okay to prioritize our own well-being.
Exactly. It's all about balance. What about you? Any hard-earned life lessons?
Definitely patience. I used to be so impatient with everything, but I've learned that good things really do come to those who wait.
That's a great lesson. Patience is key in so many aspects of life.
For sure. Oh, here's a fun one. What's the best piece of advice you've gotten about cooking?
Haha, always taste as you go. It saves you from ending up with a dish that's too salty or bland.
Nice. Mine is to clean as you cook. It makes the aftermath so much less daunting.
That's a smart tip. I should try that more often. Have you ever received advice that seemed silly at first, but turned out to be great?
Oh, definitely. My friend told me to sleep on it whenever I'm facing a tough decision. I used to think it was just procrastination, but it really helps to clear my mind and see things more clearly the next day.
That's a good one. Sometimes our brains just need a break to process everything. Have you ever given advice that backfired?
Unfortunately, yes. I once told my brother to just go for it with a business idea without thinking it through. It didn't work out, and he lost some money. I felt so bad.
Ouch, that's tough. But hey, we all make mistakes, and it sounds like a learning experience for both of you.
True. We can't get everything right all the time. It's part of growing. What's a funny piece of advice you've heard?
Never trust a skinny chef. It always makes me laugh, but there's some truth to it. If the chef loves their own food, It's probably good.
Haha, I've heard that one too. Another funny one is dance like nobody's watching. It's goofy, but it's all about being yourself and not worrying about what others think.
I love that. It's such a fun and liberating piece of advice. Speaking of being yourself, do you have any advice for staying true to who you are?
I'd say, surround yourself with people who accept and support you. It makes a huge difference.
That's excellent advice. Having a good support system is so important. Absolutely. And speaking of support, any advice on dealing with difficult people?
Oh, that's a good one. I think the best advice I've received is to stay calm and not take things personally. Often, their behavior says more about them than about you.
So true. It's easy to get caught up in their negativity, but staying calm really helps.
Right. And on a lighter note, what's the best advice you've heard about traveling?
Pack light and be flexible. You never know what adventures await, and being prepared for anything makes it so much more enjoyable.
Great advice. I'd add, learn a few phrases in the local language. It goes a long way and shows respect for the culture.
Definitely. It makes the experience richer and more personal. Well, Jake, this has been a great chat. Lots of good advice and laughs.
Agreed, Emma. Let's do this more often. Sharing life lessons and advice is always valuable.
Absolutely. Until next time, Jake.
See you, Emma.
Hey Jake, did you ever get any advice about managing stress?
Oh, definitely. Someone once told me to find a hobby that relaxes me. Now, I play the guitar whenever I need to unwind. It really helps.
That's a great tip. I started painting for the same reason. It's so soothing to just let my creativity flow.
That sounds awesome. Hobbies are such a great way to take a break from the daily grind. Speaking of which, any advice on balancing work and personal life?
Yes, someone told me to set clear boundaries. When work is done for the day, I put my phone away and focus on personal time. It's been a game changer.
That's so important. I try to do the same. It's amazing how much better you feel when you're not constantly checking emails after hours.
Exactly. Oh, here's a good one. What's the best advice you've heard about money management?
Save a portion of every paycheck, no matter how small. It adds up over time and gives you a cushion for unexpected expenses.
That's solid advice. I've also heard to live below your means. It's not always easy, but it's worth it in the long run.
Absolutely. Financial peace of mind is priceless. Have you received any advice on staying motivated?
Yes, setting small, achievable goals has really helped me. Celebrating those little victories keeps me going.
That's a great approach. I also like the idea of visualizing success. It sounds cheesy, but seeing myself reach my goals really motivates me.
Not cheesy at all. It's a powerful tool. Well, Jake, this has been another insightful conversation.
Definitely, Emma. Sharing advice and life lessons is always enriching.
Absolutely. Let's keep these chats going. Until next time.
Looking forward to it. See you later, Emma.